Okay, it's garden update time again. It's at the Suburban Homestead. And here we go with the garden that we have in our front yard, which turned out to be the only one that we could do this year, and be the only one that we have done back to Eden style at this house, because we'll be moving from this house here in a few weeks. But I wanted to give you an update on what we do have here growing. Here's the chard, Swiss chard, red Swiss chard right here. And we've taken some off of it to eat, so that's why it looks a little sparse there. And one note real quick on the plants. I believe we've watered the plants once or twice at the most the whole time that since we planted them. So, and really they look pretty well. I think they're getting to look a little dry. Right now they look a little dry. They're not too bad, but so we may need to water them a little bit. So I think the mulch really has helped a lot with that. Although here in Texas it's just so hot and we don't get much rain that it's pretty much inevitable. You know, can't really get around watering plants here in Texas. If you lived somewhere else where it rained more than it did in Texas, then you can survive that. But your plants might be able to survive, but not here in Texas. Anyway, here is one of our pepper plants. Got some peppers on there. Tomato plants. This one is getting quite large, and you can see that it has some little green tomatoes on it. There aren't many on there, so I'm not sure. I guess hasn't grown long enough to produce the actual fruit yet, but there are quite a few blossoms on there. Radishes, another pepper plant. This is one of our squash plants of some type. I'm not quite sure. Maybe zucchini or something like that. Squash or zucchini. We'll see when it actually bears fruit. Another tomato plant here, getting quite large. Now, in the past, when we had tomato plants, which we have grown tomatoes several times here, we had them in the backyard, and they would grow really tall, probably about, I don't know if you can tell how tall this is. This tomato plant, or the ones over here, are at the most maybe 2.5 feet tall. Before, they would get probably a good 4 feet, 5 feet tall, but they really did not have many blossoms or tomatoes on them, and it didn't really do very well. So what we think happened is they really just didn't get enough sun, and so they were growing to try to find the sun. But hopefully they're getting plenty out here. Looks like maybe some damage has been done to that. This is our front yard, so sometimes kids like to play out here and plants get destroyed somewhat. Anyway, so more pepper plants, more tomato plants. As you can tell, like I said, these really do look real healthy. Nice big stems, nice healthy looking blossoms. Hopefully we'll get plenty of tomatoes out of them before we move, is what we really would like, but we'll see. And it looks like here another squash maybe, or it might be more of a melon plant. I'm not quite sure on this one either. But these blossoms look different than the other one, so I think it's a different plant, different type of melon or squash or something. But anyway, we'll soon find out what you get. Oh, and one other thing, we got a good amount of garlic here from our garden. We got garlic in these buckets right here, and onions for that matter. We're letting them dry out, which we really just have not had enough time to do anything with them, but we really probably should pull these out of here to let them dry out better. But this right here. Anyway, but these are some good sized garlic, you know? They're pretty good. But unfortunately the onions aren't that large. The red onions, pretty small. Anyway, but we did get a good crop of garlic this year, which is great. We'll use these a lot in cooking and stuff, so. Yeah, anyway. Garlic did well this year. As of right now, it looks like we're going to be moving out to some larger land, to some acreage. God's provided for us in that way, and we're going to hopefully be building a house on some acreage. So we won't be the suburban homestead anymore. We'll be out in the country. So hopefully we'll be able to do a lot more of this type of stuff, gardening and maybe raising a larger number of chickens, maybe some other kind of animals like a cow or goats or sheep or something like that. We'll see what all works out and what we can do out there. It may take a few months for us to get settled in and be able to have some animals like that, but we'll see, and we'll definitely keep all of you updated on what happens here at the Suburban Homestead. So make sure to go over to our Facebook page and like it, and our website suburbanhomesteadblog.wordpress.com, and you can visit there for more pictures and videos like this. Thanks for watching.